All right, I am back for actually part one. So I did the Pete and Bobby challenge initially. Okay, that was the pull-ups and the push-ups and all that cool stuff. I did 9 of those. 9 of those. All right, so go back, check those out. Okay, Pete and Bobby challenge 1 through 9. The first one was the actual Pete and Bobby challenge. The rest of them was just me making it up and having fun. Just why not? We're here to have some fun and make this more fun and challenging and do some wild, crazy, fun stuff on occasion. And challenge and test ourselves so we can get stronger, so we can lift, right? So today is number 1, part 1. I've talked about bringing my show back. It is going to be coming back, OBBM Network. If you have a Roku TV, go on there, go to the App Store, get the OBBM app, put that on your TV. There's tons of programming on there already. Not just like, there's programming specifically for your city. Okay, your city. Okay, looking at city government, what's going on. This way, you know, and you're informed what's going on in your city, in your county, because you need to know what's going on there, because that's where you live. Literally where you live. Just politics it and just, you know. Anyway, this way you know what's going on, where you live, and what is going to affect you directly. Okay, very, very directly. My show's coming back on there. Mine's going to be one of the main shows that you can see everywhere. But you know, for your city, there's like city-specific programming, and you can do specific programming for your city if you want to do a show for your city. Right? Anyway, just letting you know about that. My show's coming back. It's going to be everywhere. I said it was going to be September, pushing that back because I got stuff to do, opening a new gym and some other stuff, and I want to make sure the show is good. I don't want to come out and just, you know, look, I got a show. Listen to me. No, I want to give some actual real good stuff on there, right? So I'm going to bring back health and news. We're going to talk about what's going on in the news. I'm going to bring some people on to talk to them. We're going to do some interviews. I'm going to do, most of the film is going to be on my phone, okay? So I got some cool new gear that I'm waiting on right now. So we have better picture and it's not all backwards, and you know. So just bear with me. New mics, right? So stuff is coming, but I'm gonna be like on the scene. Like I'm gonna go out and do stuff. I'm gonna be other places. I'm not just gonna be here, and I'm not gonna be at the new place in Louisville. I'm gonna be out and about and doing other things. So get ready. I'm gonna do a much older version of this show. Anyway, I'm more on that later. I'm belaboring the point because I got labor coming. Today's gonna be more of a teaching tutorial of sorts, okay? And what we're gonna talk about, lift is right, because of a lot of stuff that's happened this past week. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Not just 9/11, we're gonna talk about the Charlie Kirk thing, right? And what that means for you specifically, no matter what this means for you, and how to move forward and things that's going to happen, and you know what you need to be ready for whenever you try to do this for other people, right? Because our goal is to do this for other people, to help pull them up, to help lift them, okay, to uplift them, and you got to be strong to do that. Not just that strong, right? I mean, if they're down a hole, but we're literally pulling them out of a mental hole, and that takes a whole different kind of strength than that. But this can help you have the strength and fortitude to do that more. All right? Strong in mind, strong in body, strong in spirit, strong in soul, etc. It takes all of them, because the stronger you get, okay, with this thing, the more you can do and the more stress you can withstand, because there's going to be a lot of, in the coming days, weeks, and months, there's going to be a lot of extra stress, okay? Talk about that later. But with that, we're going to do some progressive lifting, some progressive loading. Notice my handy dandy little kettlebells here. So I have there we go. Got a 25 pounder. I got a 35 pounder. And way back over there, I got a 45 pounder. That's why I got this guy now, so I can move around and he can still hear me. So we're going to do some lifting. Okay, some proper form, some technique stuff. So you are able to lift, because there's gonna be a lot of lifting going on, right? Christmas shopping is showing people, you better be able to lift, right? Not only that, a lot of 5Ks, a lot of donation stuff, a whole lot of don't just sit in your pew, but get out and do stuff. All right. A lot of charity work, and that's going to take this, because if you're packing boxes and you're moving stuff around and you're donating clothes and you're doing feeding people, doing walks, doing all that stuff, you have to be able-bodied to do that. Okay, able-bodied and mentally able to do it, because this helps out with that. Because if you're pushing this stuff around and you're mentally stronger because of all this stress that you are self-imposing on yourself, well, can anybody else crush you if you can't be crushed? No. That's the point here. So grab your good stuff, grab a drink. Actually, I'm not going to tell you what's in here, because this is going to be out there at some point. Just letting you know, there's more stuff on the way. I'm always working. I got 10 fingers, okay? I got a finger in everything. So we're going to do basically a clean jerk and a lift, okay? So up and down, all the way up and down. And this is how we're going to do it. So think about doing a squat. We're going to sit down, and we're going to stand up. And there's going to be a little up and down motion. This, if this is strong and working, do what it's supposed to do, this doesn't have to do as much until we get to the big heavy one. Okay. So here we go. I'm just going to do like 10 on each. Don't overstretch yourself. This is not easy, by the way. This is not a beginner technique. So if you're a beginner, let's just start with sit and stand, sit and stand, sit and stand. Okay. Start there. So here we go. 10 arm. That sound good? Think so? Chest out, butt out. Abs are tight. This is a leg lower body dominant exercise, because we want this stuff doing the work to get you up. So this is not slow. It's fairly fast movement. And there's going to be some twisting. Here. Let me turn and see what's going on here. Just be a little bit of twisting action, okay? So notice there's a twist. Because if somebody's in a hole, you gotta grab them. You want a nice steady base. Steady base, because otherwise they can pull you down. You don't want that. You want to be able to pull them up, or you want to be so strong if they're trying to pull you down, they're just going to let go. Talk about that later. All right, so here we go. So you know we're up, and we cycle back down. And there's a little twist motion. I'm going a little slow on these. So we use the legs, we'll give a up, and we're up. There's a lot of rotation with this. And note, there's no swing here. This is just a steady, straight up. And the goal is to get that kettlebell to go from down to up. So you're actually moving around it. You're not making it move around you. And, you know, we got two hands. We got two arms. You got to be able to do everything with both sides. Why? Well, you never know. You might get an injury on one side. Then what are you going to do? You got to be able to use both. I'm not saying you need to be ambidextrous, but you got to be proficient on both sides. So that's lightweight. Notice, nice, easy, up and down, light breath. We're going to put that guy back. 35. So here's the thing. The reason why I'm doing the progressive is start light. Get yourself ready for what's to come, okay? So we start off doing some easy stuff, right? Things that you can handle, you can manage, right? This way you get proficient at it. You get really good at it, okay? You get a nice flow. And then it starts getting easier. You're like, okay, I can do this all day. Well, now you're comfortable. You can't stay comfortable because then you can't grow, right? You don't get stronger, you don't get better. So we have some progressive. So we're going from 25 to 35. pounds. I know it's kilograms, but 35 pounds. So same thing here. The thing is, we got to have a lot more oomph on the up, okay? A lot more oomph on the up. Because if you don't have oomph on the up, you get stuck there, right? So we got to get, and we got to get some extra, okay? Everything has to go up, and you can't be lazy about it because this guy is going to pull you down every chance it gets. So if you want to help this guy get up, it's a heavy load. You know, some people show up with a heavy load. You got to be able to yank it up to the point you literally are uprooting it out of where it was. Okay, once again, other side. And you're going to notice your offside on a lot of this stuff will end up getting stronger and better at doing this stuff because this becomes his primary. Because if you're right arm dominant, you do too many things all day with this arm. Left arm comes in here, he goes, it's my territory. That's why on occasion, you come in to work out, you're like, why is my weak side stronger? It's because in here, this is where your weak side got stronger than your strong side. This is one more thing your strong side does, and this is what your weak side does. All right, the 45. So we start light, get nice and easy with it. Then we get something a little heavier. We got some work. What you can do with the extra heavy is you can refine your motion, okay? Not super heavy, but heavy enough to make you work and to think about it, because if you mess up, there might be an injury, or if nothing else, we'll do kettlebell swings at some point, but you'll get a nice round dot right there. Because man, you ever hear that little thing? You do something stupid and get something, you're like, man, that smarts, doesn't it? Well, it smarts because you're gonna be smarter next time and you're gonna do it better, right? Yeah, did it hurt? Yes, it smarts because it's gonna give you some smarts that was the wrong way to do it. I need to be better next time. Hence, that smarts. Learn all kinds of cool stuff today, aren't you? Instead of just watching me do all kinds of wild, crazy, stupid, extra stuff, which, yeah. Back to it. So, this one a little heavier. This is not for beginners at all. This is, as you start getting up, 45 pounds. I mean, that's okay, heavy, but for this motion, yes, because if you mess up at any point in it, there's a lot of stress everywhere, and you can't just muscle it up, okay? You can't just say, no. There better be good form, good technique. Proficiency, which in other words, don't lift more than you can handle, okay? When you want to do stuff, do more than your life in the world. Okay, lifting's right, but you got to be right for the lift that you're planning on doing. So don't overload yourself. Get proficient so you can handle more and more and more. Now, as you get more proficient, you can start pushing it more and more and more. And whenever you push too much, you got to back it off, right? Until you get really hurt, because we don't want that. We don't want to get hurt. We don't want anybody to get hurt, especially not when you're out trying to help. Because things will try to hurt you when you're trying to help. Anyway, back to this guy. So, legs, get locked in, drive into the ground. You got to be very grounded. So the heavier things get, you have to be in the ground. Literally, your feet have to be going through the floor, into the ground, grounded like roots, like a tree, right? This way, when you're coming up, you're actually trying to push the earth down. That's the amount of force that you're pushing, okay? Which means you got to be in it as you're going, right? It's like a rocket ship. It takes a lot of boost to get heavy things up. Along with that, everything's got to be ready for it. You got to breathe, you got to get set, abs have to be ready, shoulders got to be ready, everything's got to be ready to take this thing, launch it, and keep it going. Because if you launch it and get it, Watch. Okay, you can't just, you could, but you can get hurt. So don't do that. So this is gonna be a drive into the ground, get everything ready. Lots of grip, not a whole lot of grip, but enough grip. And we're up, and that takes a lot, especially when you get up here, because now you gotta stabilize that bad boy. And we'll bring it back down with control. And note, it's a lower body jump, take it up. And don't let it get out here. You gotta keep it close. Keep it close to you, bring it up. Bring it back down, and get it going straight. All the way up, all the way down. Straight line. Because if it starts moving around as it's going up, it makes you work harder. Take note, my left was way better than my right. But that's it. Start with something lighter. Get used to it. Get good at it. Get proficient with it. Get it to where it is. It's like breathing, okay? You just do it. Then get yourself something heavier, okay? Get better at that. Get stronger. Build up. And then, when you're ready, start reaching out for heavier stuff to go for and challenge yourself, but only to the point that you get better. Not so much that you get injured, not so much that you fail, okay? We're going for success here, okay? So the goal is to build and build and build and build and get better and better and better and better. Oh yeah. And put your stuff back, please, for all of us. Put your stuff back where it goes. Because we're not your mom, we're not your dad. You should learn how to clean up your own mess a long time ago. Especially in here. See how pretty that is? So here's the big thing. So everybody knows about Charlie Kirk, what happened, the assassination, and it was about speech and also about stopping people from helping people. Awesome. Because the goal is to help people. The goal is to, and oftentimes that means telling people what they don't want to hear, right? The truth is tough to take for everybody, because nobody wants the honest truth usually, unless they're ready to grow and they're ready to be helped, okay? Here's the thing about helping people. Because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to need a lot of help in this time. There's going to be a lot of transition going on, right? A lot of people questioning what they're doing, why they've done what they've done, things they've said, stuff like that, right? There's going to be a lot of that. And there's going to be a lot of people that did not want help. They're going to start wanting some help. And also some people that are going to act like they want some help, but do not. So my point on that is get yourself grounded and rooted so you can help people that do want the help, which means they've got a hand out. You've reached down, you help pull them up. But if they start pulling back, are they pulling back because they're afraid, or are they pulling back because they're trying to pull you down? The goal is to be so strong that as you pull and they start to pull back, they cannot. You can keep pulling them up, which means if they're not there to be helped, they will let go. Okay? The sad truth is you can't help everybody. That is just the honest sad truth. You can't help everybody. The ones that do want to be helped are the ones that are actually trying to climb out of a hole. They're in a hole, they're trying to climb out, they're doing everything they can to get out of it, but they can't get that last bit, okay? They need a hand to help pull them out. Be there to do that. Get them up there, help them out, get them going where they're supposed to go, because you don't know where they're supposed to go. They may be the next great inventor or, whatever, teacher. They may help others. So be strong enough to stay grounded, to be kind whenever people are not, because people will not be. You're going to see a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of unkindness going on to try to unsettle the people that are being kind, that want to show some love. And when you try to show somebody some love and they automatically attack you for it, continue to show love. It's tough. Yeah, it ain't easy, right? I'm not saying be a sitting duck, okay? If somebody starts to abuse you, don't take that. Um, physically, mentally, emotionally, like don't take abuse, but be strong enough, be grounded enough. And if you can't handle it, then just walk away, okay? Or have somebody else get involved that can. But help the people that you're able to help. And whenever you get better at it, you get more grounded, you get stronger, you can help more people, right? And it takes time. It's not a quick, easy thing. Some people have more capacity than others, and find your way to do it, right? If you're not good at debating, don't do debate. If you're not good at videos, well, work on it, get better at it. It just takes time. Debate takes time as well. But find where you can be of most use in helping people and help people in the best way you know how. Get yourself strong enough so you can do it. Get in here so you're stronger mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, so you can go out there and do more, or at least do as much as you can, and eventually you get to where you can do more and more and more. And that's the goal, okay? So take care of yourself so you can take care of other people. That's why we are here. Help the people you can, and the people you can't, well, hopefully at some point you'll be able to. That's the best you can ask for sometimes. And have a good day.